There are thousands of DOS games. Most of them are terrible. I play one selected at random with a 20-minute time limit and record it live. This is the result. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another random DOS game show. And Stygian Software presents Tetris. A tribute to Tetris. It was a good name to, have your Tetris game. Just call it Tetris, why not? By Matthew Versailles or something? At least he credits the original creator. That's good. And this was a bit confusing for me because I looked up the details initially on my software and it said, oh, this is from 1986. Then I booted it up and I listened to the music and I was like, no, there's no way that this was made in 1986. And it turned out to be an error. Somebody had entered in the original date of the first DOS Tetris from 1986, or at least the first commercial version. And yeah, this version is actually from 1995. But the interesting thing about this is that you have multiple modes, which is nice, and some nice music, I guess. So let's just jump in and try some Stygian Tetris. I looked up the controls and it didn't have a control thing listed. Instead, it said, hey, what do you want the controls to be? Which, yeah, okay, I appreciate, that's nice. But at the same time, it's like, can you tell me what your original controls were, please? No. And Stygian appears to be a variant that's a little bit quicker than regular. And that's about it. It's got the menu music, but no in-game music. It's not going for crazy presentation, like many Tetris variants of the time, which were like, oh my god, we have multimedia capabilities now. Let's add them to our Tetris game. Nope. This is pretty regular. There's that drop key. I shouldn't have hit that. And it's still speeding up, I think. I mean, Tetris does speed up, don't get me wrong. You did it! Oh. Bonus for low puzzle. Watch out for random blocks. Watch out for snakes. Oh, there is a random block. It came out of nowhere. And now that encourages, I guess, the player to drop quicker. But if you drop too quick, you're going to mess up. So it's an interesting mode. I mean, interesting in as far as Tetris, I guess. And there appears to be a limited number of bricks. And then you move on to the next level. So that is how Stygian Tetris differs. And I think I've tired of it already. But, it's a variant. It's not just a straight up clone, somebody's first attempt at programming where they thought, I can do Tetris. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Everybody needs a sort of a good starter game to, play and create. That is fairly easy, that you know the rules of, and you can say, yes, I've done that right. Speaking of doing things right, it's not happening on this run. Wow, wow, wow. There we are. Stygian Tetris. Nowhere near the top score, and rightly so. So there's arcade, traditional, and competitive. Let's have a brief look at arcade. Complete 5 lines to go to the next round. Okay, so it's very similar to Stygian, but without... Oh no, I failed! Without the bonus blocks, perhaps, maybe. And each one has its own separate score chart. What is a tribute to Tetris? Well, it's a fairly decent tribute to Tetris. It plays well, it has different modes. The problem, of course, is that it came out in 1995. If it had come out a few years earlier, it would have been really impressive at this point there were so many Tetris clones that it doesn't really do that much to stand out. Yeah, not the greatest week for DOS games, I have to say. Fortunately, I've had a little look ahead at my randomizer, and next week is going to be amazing. Wait and see. And if you like me talking about random DOS games, I do it all the time. Feel free to take a look at the hundreds of other videos on my channel. If you like what you see there, as opposed to endless Tetris clones, then you can always subscribe. And if you have played all the Tetris clones ever and just want to watch this for posterity, then you're probably one of my incredible block handling patrons or members. Their rows will always be effectively sorted. So yeah, not a bad little clone, but much too late in the day to be anything other than a curiosity. Until next time.